Start. Here's another 1st and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 61 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Hey, gun. Motion.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Let's go, D.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
12, fellas, here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. These two teams all tied after 1.
Here we go.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Tighten up.
I got you.
This is Breida. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, let's talk about the coaching carousel. Some new guys in new places. Ron Rivera to Washington. We got Mike McCarthy in Dallas. Matt Rule up from the college ranks to Carolina. And for the Giants, Joe Judge. Any surprises in your mind?
Well, I think you start with Joe Judge going to the Giants, coming from New England, where he was the special teams coach for most of his career, and this season added wide receivers to his duties. Well regarded within the ranks of the NFL. Not much known about him to the outside world. It's kind of a reveal to everyone. Joe Judge, people will now get to know who he is, because most people thought Matt Rule was going to go to New York. He ends up in Carolina. And then, of course, Ron Rivera, he would have been a candidate for Dallas. He would have been a candidate for New York, as well as Washington. And Washington never let him out of the building. That was a big-time hire for them.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 27 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Mike 57. It's our time.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You gonna see me in your night.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. And an alley to run. Space to run past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, gun.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Here we go. Ready? 12. Check three. Spot.
Garoppolo on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
50 seconds to Mike. Hey, 3.
And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Jackson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 45 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flush to his right. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11. Tight end right. Hey, gun.
Garoppolo now. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey. We got three.
They're going to try and throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Garoppolo now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Key 26.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Coleman now. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. To throw is Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Hey, come on. Hey, exit. I got them.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So the penalty certainly helps him out as they come up on 2nd and 5. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Watch the screen.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Garoppolo again. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup of 38. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Go!
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
He's coming.
This time Jackson will throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 83 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
That's caught at the 25. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 79 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.